Hello and welcome back to Queen's Wish 2, and this time we will hand in the quest for Nilzicheck, the Profferer, and then we will also check out the Harvester quest. Now, first I looked up where we can actually find Nilzicheck. I know that we finished this quest, but I had no idea anymore where Nilzicheck is, and unfortunately that's also not mentioned here. Well, it's in some remote ruins, but what does that mean? So I looked that up, and we need to go into this thing, Nameless Ruin. It takes 2 hours, but I rather run there manually. Actually, this might be worth a quick travel. Yeah, let's do that. And then we need to go in there. And there is the guy, Nilzicheck. First up, we will check what he is trading. What he has for sale. Alright. That's all I need. Alright. And now we will tell him. I rescued Ezekiel, tell the tale. Nilzicheck listens with awe and anger, and he didn't return with you. He's truly testing my patience and our friendship. However, I suppose I must trust him. You have done a great service for me, haven't I? As a reward, well, we have accumulated quite a bit of wealth, valuable investments. I will send some of the supplies we have found to your forts. I hope they are of use. I will also make sure that the Rokai hears what an ingenious and adventurous fellow you are. Might be an advantage to you. He said he will be back soon with strange items. I both anticipate and dread his return. Who knows what cursed artifacts he will return with? Perhaps something that will shake the Rokai to its foundations. Oh well, as long as we turn a profit. How do you get goods? I would like to trade with you. You have more than earned the right. I'm happy to buy and sell and will not cheat you. Only the best prices. No, but there's nothing new now. And unfortunately, also when we leave and go back, there is nothing new. So I'm not sure if he's supposed to get anything there. Maybe if we return later. But I guess that's it for this guy. I mean, we got a bit of experience. Not that this matters much. Level ups don't give any skill points anymore. We can build something. Maybe like have the last... yeah, I think in some city something is missing. Let me quickly have a look if I can find that. Ah yeah, in a precipice, which is here, but distillery and bakery is supposed to be missing. The bakery is not there yet, is there? I don't see it. Let's go back here and then we will buy a bakery. Buy buildings and shops. Bakery. We still need more stone for that. Okay, I'm not going to do that. Let me quickly no, it's autosave. Quick save. That's the one. Alright. So we handed in the quest here. Yes, and now we will quick travel to Worm's Teeth. 8 hours, and there we will finish the Harvester quest. And yeah, I think I checked that a while ago, and I only checked this building, but this guy is actually down there. So let's have a look what we need to do there. Erut Ardont and Vionel, didn't we kill her already? Hello. This is an old ceremonial meeting, plus dueling, plus execution and so on. Hall of the Gelnas. You have interrupted a meeting, or an interrogation, or an assassination. It's hard to be sure at first. The room is ringed with guards, all staring at the center of the chamber. In the middle of the room are two fighters. One is a woman standing with blade drawn. You recognize her. She's Vionel of the Gelnas, who you fought back in the Kranas woods. Her blade is pointed at the neck of a Dagon man who is on his knees at her feet. The man wears the robes of a sage, torn and covered with sand. He looks thin, parched, and terrified. When you enter, he says, "I told you, I don't have the plans for the harvester. They were stolen." Listen. Vionel sneers. "If you try to fool me, your death will be even more painful. You don't have the plans, but you know how they are wrong. You know how to correct them." Then one of her guards notices you. He clears his throat, and the Gelnas woman spins to face you. Then, when she recognizes you, she laughs. "You really are determined to stick your nose in this business, aren't you? You remember me, Prince of Haven?" Sorry, no, I meet a lot of people. You are Vionel, yes, I was memorable enough for the mind of royalty. What an honor, but I don't matter to you, do I? What matters is the spy here." With a swift move, she kicks the Dagon man in the stomach. It's a painful blow, but he takes it with dignity. "Introduce yourself, Worm." He gasps. "I am Ardont, Erud Ardont." He looks up at you, wondering if he now has a hope of surviving this encounter. "Vionel, did you assassinate any Raasa recently?" She frowns. "I don't betray my vassals, and fortunately I don't have to. If the Gelnas kills any Raasas recently, I was not involved. I have my own mission for the glory of the Rukai." She sneers at Ardont. "You're alright, Ardont?" "Not really, but don't worry. The secrets aren't with me," Vionel laughs. "He's a poor liar. Ardont is Gelnas?" "We thought he was. He pretended to work for us, but he had plans to betray us, sell secrets to Haven. Now he gets his just slow punishment." "Yes, I'm here to save Ardont from you. I'm just here for something called a keystone. Yes, I'm here to save Ardont from you." She gives the Erud another sharp kick. "And a marvelous job you're doing. You don't care about him at all, though, do you? You want the secrets of the Harvester? It won't happen. We will learn what he knows. Then the Gelnas will complete the Harvester. And then? And then we will rule the world. Well, we will master its use, and we will wield it for the good of the Gelnas and the Ro. And take it." 3 guards run up and grab Ardont. A 4th rips a pouch loose from his belt. He removes a stone carved with runes from the bag and tosses it to Vionel. "Now the Harvester will be ours!" Why do the Gelnas want the Harvester? "Because it is a weapon, and because the Rukai made it. Therefore it belongs to the Gelnas by right." Ardont shakes his head. "No, the Erudica control the results of our knowledge, such as has always..." Another kick interrupts his speech. "What makes you think the Harvester will work?" It might not. We will see. However, it will be the Gelnas who learns what it does." Ardont says, "You are killers, not sages. Even if the Harvester might work, you will never be able to create it properly." I don't want to be involved in this, actually. Haven should decide who gets the powerful weapons. Vionel says, "Haven't you been watching? Haven't grasp on our land grows weaker with every passing day. Don't be foolish. Just withdraw from this business. Leave. The Rukai will learn of your cowardice. But you will live." She slips the stone into her pocket. Ardont says, "Forget me. Get the stone. If the Gelnas can make any weapon they want, the balance of our land will be disrupted." Well, I have one piece of the Harvester, so she's not going to do anything. "Help, an assassin, help! You won't dare attack a Prince of Haven?" "You would dare to attack? Fine, just go. I have no fear of you, assassin." "You would dare? If you make it necessary, the Gelnas don't normally kill Havenites, but this is a special situation. I have no fear of you, assassin." The Gelnas draw their blades. "Then we fight our way out. Let's have a second round, Havenite. When we are done, Haven will never find your body." I don't think so. 600. Okay, so... Oh, okay. There are a couple of stronger ones. Mental resist is high. No. Yeah, for the stronger ones it's high. For the lower ones it's not. Alright. So this is a stronger one, man resists. So we will just set an element over there. Haste. Alright. I can do that too. 1 second. Oh, is he fighting on our side? We can't do that anymore. But didn't I also get the... No, I didn't. Skeleton thing. Bonds of Fey. Stasis for 2 turns. That's not good enough. Now let's see. We could try to just basically freeze these 3 guys. Like this. Nice. Oh, not nice. Okay. Eating Radiance. Interesting. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Okay, that's problematic then. Okay, so we need to rescue Ardent somehow. We need to be really quick. Energy conserved. 1 stunned. And he needs to take over people. Like this guy. Actually, this one, this is Elite, so we can't. Let's take that guy. Perfect. And we will try to kill these 3. Whoop. Nice. Alright, they're killing each other. We need to heal. I think that one is going to hurt, so... Yeah, I will do that, even though that's not super efficient, but... I really don't want him to die. Alright, we can do that again. Let's take over the next one. This one. Perfect. Alright, let's do another here. Sing. No. Man, that's painful. Okay. We need to kill this guy as quickly as possible. Probably stun immune by now, right? Stun, resist 90%, okay. Nah, but I need to try. Get some damage at least. Yeah, unfortunately we need to keep healing. Yeah, let's try that, do that again. Somehow we need to kill this guy. I mean, we can put him in stasis. Let's try that. Stasis resisted. Yeah, of course, that's also, yeah, painful now. Stun resist 90. So, let's try that again. I mean, at least we stun this guy then. Here! And... Alright. Let's try and add some bleed there. We don't need any more heal at the moment. Alright. Oh, it's also not very healthy. Normal heal. And another one. Actually, let's take this one as well. No, didn't work. Oop. Okay. Here. Elite. Bleeding 3. Not a whole lot left, but yeah, and then we still got Vionel. Let's see what we can do. This will... it might just be worth it. Yeah, let's try that. Yeah. That's fine. Nice. Okay, we need another heal. And let's see, that was the second one, is at 90. It's at 65. We will try that. Okay. Over there, and AoE! It's too far away. Okay. What? I wanted to attack? Nah. Okay. AoE! AoE! Alright, now we need to heal. There's no bleeding anywhere, so... This healing radiance is a problem. So... Oh, and why is there... this is our ally, I guess, the Scorpion. Let's focus on Vionel first. There's a stun resist of 80%, which means that it works, but let's go with bleed instead. Okay, we need to heal. And just single heal now. Unfortunately, Vionel might just shoot and then He dies. Another bleed. Letting. Vionel leaps back, wounded. Once again, you best me. Well fought, Haven. We'll see how well you do when I wield the Harvester. She makes a motion with her hand. The chamber fills with smoke. You stumble back, gasping and wheezing. Another defeat to report to Faalis. Mm-hmm. Okay. But don't we get anything? Ardent runs into his quarters. A few minutes later, he emerges carrying a satchel. At least I survived. It's a disaster, but I lived. Thanks for that. Faalis sent you? You're not. My notes are in my quarters. What little can I give to help is here. I need to run. It's the only way I can survive. Before you can ask any questions, he is limping away as fast as he can. He's utterly terrified of the Gelnas. Okay. I expected a bit more, actually. The box is full of Ardent's notes. You determine that he was hiding out here for some time before Vionel discovered him. He wasn't working on weapons research, though. He spent most of his time writing about botany. You sort through drawings of flowers and descriptions of fungi, looking for a useful scrap of information. You only find one thing interesting, an almost blank sheet parchment. At the bottom of he wrote in an hurried hand, "They can make the weapon at the final gateway to judgment." Okay. Yeah, so now we finished that, but maybe there's another fight when we're leaving this zone, because right now I have no idea what to do. No idea. Erud Faalis. So we might just go back to the Erud tower thing, which means that we need to travel again 11 hours. Yes. Our time is running out, but we still have, I think, plenty if this works now. And I think we can't get an... Oh, no, we can. Forge Spear. Forge Pearl. You have also the ability to call the teleport spell. Well, everyone can that already, so there's no point. Yeah. Useless. Let's go upstairs. And again. And... maybe it was this guy. No, that's Alsov. Where was Faalis? Bota. This is our library. Hauske. The researcher. It might also have been right at the start. Let's see, maybe he is here somewhere. Gulzim. Nubrik. Faalis. Ah, Vionel got the keystone from Ardent. You tell the unhappy tale to Faalis. He frowns. So it was a literal stone. Some Erud somewhere has a poetic spirit. And now Vionel has the plans and the stone. Curse our luck. Who knew the Gelnas could act with such damnable speed? But we killed them. Or did she just disappear with... Ah, okay. So she put that together and she vanished and she wasn't killed. Alright. Aaron Adont worked for the Gelnas. What was he relevant? He is indeed surprised. I knew he was an incompetent researcher, but we always treated him with some respect. It is shameful that he would betray us in such a way, so the Gelnas will make the Harvester now. They will try, I'm sure of that. However, there's still hope of keeping them from having it. This is good. If they get it, who knows how much raw power they will unleash on our soldiers. I have the one final idea for how they can be stopped. I have another question. Are the Gelnas about to complete the Harvester? I think they are. They are not as skilled as crafts as the Rudico, but they should be able to work through the plans in time. Then they will have new weapon of unknown, but probably considerable power. What will happen if they make it? Normally the Gelnas are politically neutral. They kill whoever they are paid to kill, as long as the High Lethans approve. However, lately they have been killing Raasas. They have gone wild. I don't know what they will do. However, the way they have been acting, it is likely to be very harmful to peace. I have spent enough time worrying about this. What might I do about this? Vinell is going to take the plants somewhere to make the Harvester. You need to figure out where. Then go there and stop her. It is a complicated, delicate operation. It should not be difficult to disrupt it. All we need to know is where the plans are taken. I found an odd paper in Ardon Chambers. It mentioned the final gateway to judgment, but there was there already. You tell him about the message and the code for Alislaus. Why are you laughing? That makes perfect sense. It is also terrifying. The gateway to judgment is an archaic name for the ice gate. That would be the best place to set up a hidden laboratory and perform this experiment. The dangerous, mostly abandoned no man's land. Useful information and very bad news. Tell me about the ice gate. The passage up to Pruva Krug, where all the most important decisions of the Rokai are made. It is far upward a miserable icy place, and there are many old tunnels and underground ruins. A great place to hide this work. Where's this bad news? They are making the Harvester by Pruva Krug. That suggests that it meant to be used at a moment of great political importance. Maybe in an attack, maybe as a bargaining chip. The Gelnas will provide it to who knows who. This only makes it more important to reclaim it. The weapon is now a great chaos element. Is there really nobody we can call on top to help with this? No warriors of Rokai will raid the ice gate now. It is meant to be a place of truce. If the Gelnas are working there, none of my people will dare attack them. It would draw too much anger. You, of course, are not restrained by these matters of etiquette. That's all for now, thanks. Best advance, but I already killed her. The Harvester doesn't work. Tell the tale and give him the shard. So we killed her. Then she reappeared because we did that in the wrong order. That makes no sense. Both Alice and his shade listen attentively to the tale. He asks you to repeat a bit wherever Nell dies. Yeah, so we killed her and then she reappeared. She vanished because, well, she was not supposed to be dead at that point. Both Alice and his shade listens attentively to the tale. He asks you to repeat the bit wherever Nell dies. The Rudico can be as bloodthirsty as all the other row. He gingerly takes the shard, the last remnant of this experiment. Interesting. After all this effort, the Harvester never actually worked. Maybe that is why the plans were forgotten. The old Rudico made it and died before they could add a few warnings to the plans. Thank you for your help, Prince. This was a worthy effort. An entirely understandable bit of caution. Annoying, I'm sure, but wise. What about the crystal shard? I can still feel a lot of power within it. Interesting. Give me some time to research it. Might be able to find a way to make it valuable. It was honorable effort. We had to react. Yes, thank you again for your aid and for avenging our lost. Come back in time. I might have a reward for you. Does anything with the crystal shard yet? We are still working on it. Sorry, are we going now? The Ridicule doesn't look away from fate. Anything with the crystal shard? We are still working on it. Alright. So the question is now how long I need to wait for that. That's a bit unfortunate. Now, if you return later, so in order to finish that, we need to pass time, basically. But I am pretty sure that if I go there, we actually finish the game. Which I don't want to. So I will just go to... Yeah, this is 5 hours. We go here. We heal up. And now we go back. I mean, this is still the same day, so I doubt anything will have changed. Ah, yes, we did. He removes the shard from a pouch and hands it to you. Seems exactly the same. The harvester was meant to amplify and direct power. It is capable of doing that. Just not as much power as the Rudikut tried to send through it. We did a bit of polishing and refining. Now it will help you direct magical power in a more efficient way. Quite handy little item, in fact. It will be an honor to have you use it. Learned anything else about the harvester? No, we have taken the plans and filed them away. Actually, I'm not sure if we remember to add the warning to them regarding, you know, the exploding. Don't worry, I will make sure that it gets... The shade makes a little moaning noise. Farley turns toward it, excited. Sorry, have to record this. Quest has been completed. And this is what we got. Harvester Shard, Offhand item, Arcane. The final remnant of the mighty harvester. It still contains some of that weapon's awesome power. Okay, you can put 2 augments into that thing. Yeah, unfortunately, that's not all that awesome, actually. Poison Rain, Icy Wave. What's the Icy? I'm never using the Icy Wave, so that's also kind of pointless. Shock. Shock is just... So this is not really useful for us. The absorption isn't high enough to be used for that. It does only have 2 slots, which is also not more than our other stuff. And yeah, I mean, she has this item. The more wounded the user is, 55 to 57. I mean, in theory, we can swap it and give her an other item, but I don't think it's worth it. So I'm not going to use that shard, actually. Unfortunate. Alright, but that's it here. So now we are going to travel to Pruva Krug and handle the... Is the Infernal Passage. Okay, let's do that then. Interesting though. Okay. So we are at day 90. We still have 10 days time, which should be plenty. We might still need to get back one time and rest. Alright. Yeah, there are a bunch of idiot monsters I don't want to fight. Okay. Outside Pruva Krug. At last you're close to Pruva Krug. Torches by the highest crumbling remnants of the pilgrimage road lead to the stone circle at the top. You look at one of the monuments lining the road. It is carved with names and dates. Long lists, nothing else. You don't know what these row had to do to earn being memorized up here. You look upwards. Even from here, you can already make out the bands of armed row milling about up there. Most of whom hate you, who dream of revenge on the Empire. You are far from home. You doubt that the enchantments that protect your life have power up here. Yet, they demanded you speak for Haven, so you have come. One way or another, your journey is about to come to an end. Actually, why I'm not sure why some mana is missing. Pruva Krug. Alright. At last, shivering and exhausted, you ascend to Pruva Krug, the highest point in the Rukai. Hundreds of raw warriors have already arrived ahead of you. They are heavily armed and bundled up warm. As you enter, they turn and stare at you. It is awkward. They meet your gaze. You see a mix of emotions. Some are furious, some intrigued, some relieved that this madness might be brought to an end before war spreads everywhere. There's a long silence. You all stand out in the wind, shivering. Then a man emerges from the hall from the northwest. You recognize him. He's Raasas of the Aelitha. He moves toward you, eager to speak. He's not pleased. Things are not going well up here. Alright. Warrior of the Row. Raasas. Well, let's talk to him. Raasas walks up to greet you. He's heavily bundled up, and his hair and eyebrows are covered with ice. Your presence does not please him. As he speaks with you, row warriors gather around to watch. Some are just curious, some clearly loathe you. Others look at your armor and weapons, planning for the upcoming duels. They are hanging on every word. So, Prince, you have made a difficult journey. Somehow you got here. I have arrived. You thought you could keep me away? No, I tried to keep you from getting the rebel challenge. Once you had it, I knew Haven would not be kept away. I thought I could keep you from this meeting. Now it is too late. How is it too late? You have been seen. The Row now know that you came to Pruva Krug to answer their challenge. Now that you are here, if you leave, it will be seen as cowardice and an insight. That will only make the war come worse. I want to avoid war. Haven has wronged the Rukai and I want to make it right. I will show this pitiful rebel that they can never frighten the Empire of Haven. I want to avoid war. You didn't cause the problems in the Rukai. The battles to come aren't your fault. However, they're inevitable. Your mother ignored our land for too long. You can have time to rest and speak with the Raasas. Then the meeting can begin. So, how does this work? Haven is challenged. The Rukai will only bow to those who are strong. You will go to the meeting place. He nods to the north. There are 4 provinces who can challenge you. They will take their turns deciding whether to challenge you. And they will challenge me how? With fire and steel. Pruva Krug is a dueling ground. Whether starting a war or deciding a Raasa, in the end, hopeless disputes are settled the same way. Battle. If you can answer and survive the challenge, the rebels will look weak. You can improve Haven's situations here. You can convince those who make the decisions to not join the rebellion. How will I be convincing? The 4 Raasas have come to Pruva Krug. You need to meet with them before the meeting begins. Perhaps they will not challenge you. I am here, of course. Also Raasas Rabila of the Kronos Woods and Lavita of the Lodaga. Now Suharum looks, for the first time, nervous. The judge of the entire Rukai, for once, doesn't know how to proceed. And Raasa Elha of the Gentle Coast. I'm sorry, did you say Raasa Elha? Yes, the Gentle Coast is led by Raasa Elha. She's here. Raasa Elha was assassinated. That is what we thought. Her appearance came as a great surprise. Well, as a surprise for everyone but the rebels. You will need to meet with her yourself. He points to the hall to the northwest. The 3 Raasas are waiting for you in there. Will the wolf finally emerge and confront me? Yes, that has happened. Again, you must meet with the Raasas. I will need to rest. He points to a burnt-out hall to the northeast. Quarters have been prepared for you, and you can rest before the meeting. Will you be challenging me, Suharum? No, my job is to judge the Row, but the rebels reject my judgment. I think they are causing a disaster, but I must stay back. I have lost my power in this matter. I am ashamed. Maybe I will go back downhill. I will go prepare. Do so. When you have spoken with the Raasas and rested as much as you need, you may pass through the gate to the north. He turns and heads to the circle. The warriors wander off, leaving you to go prepare. Warrior of the Row, Warrior of the Row. This is the gates. So, and this is the resting place then? Alright. Now, There are two halls at Pruva Krug. When two sides come to settle a dispute, each settles in one. This ruin is yours. It's a mess. It's icy cold. No rations have been left for you. They didn't even sweep. Rude. At least they left a couple of cots by the east wall. So I can sleep here. Awesome. The stairs up are blocked by rubble and charred timbers. Okay. Nothing here. Let's see who's going to challenge. You enter the Western Hall, where the visiting Rokai have been staying. It is packed with supplies, beds, weapons, and everything else they dragged up here. Most of the warriors aren't here right now. They're arguing at the circle to the north. When you enter, they look away and pretend you aren't there. They are all people of import. Known heroes, clan leaders, wealthy merchants, many of them long to fight you, but that is being saved for the sacred circle ahead. You barely recognize anyone here, however, there is a stairway up to the north. The rows step aside, allowing you to proceed. Yeah, just generic row guys. Let's go upstairs then. What is here? Rabila. There's Elha. She's supposed to be dead. The upper floor of the inn is reserved for the Raasas of the row and their private guards. They are waiting for you for a last bit of diplomacy before you answer their challenge. Raza, Rabila, and Lavita are waiting for you each in their own alcove to the east. What gets your attention, however, is Raza of the Gentle Coast. She's sitting calmly on her throne to the west. She is Raza Elha, who greeted you and gave you permission to travel the pilgrimage road. An enormous wolf is curled up next to her. Oh, okay, so she is the wolf, or what? She smiles and waves you forward. This is a bit disorienting, as she was supposedly assassinated not long after you arrived in the row, so she needed to go away or something. And maybe she... Purity. She planned the whole thing. It has been some time since you've seen the jolly, confident figure of the Raza of the Gentle Coast. Supposedly she was killed, yet here she is in full health, unchanged except for an arrogant, cold look in her eyes. A massive wolf, taller than you, is curled up on the floor in the corner. It watches closely at your approach. She nods. We meet again, Prince of Haven. You were invited, and you came. We are pleased. Pet her wolf. When you take a step towards it, it bares its teeth and lets out a long snarl. Elhal smiles. I'd stay back. I call her Purity, and Purity. And she's loyal to only me. This is a surprise. I imagine so. I apologize for my cowardly plotting, but it was necessary. I had so much work to do to bring us to this point. I wanted my surprise to stay a surprise. What is your surprise? I think you can guess by now. I am the one they call the Wolf. The rebels came to hate you on your own. But I was the one who gathered them, united them, brought them to the Aram Peaks. Once my death was faked, I could come here and get them to issue the challenge. I brought you here. Whose body was found in your place? Nobody you knew. One of my servants who traveled from time to time collecting taxes, dealing with Haven. Her build was similar to mine, which made her useful for my case. Of course, she was truly loyal to Haven, therefore her death was no loss. And you reveal yourself now. Yes, I will be facing you at the meeting. In the great circle of Pruva Krug, the provinces want to see which of us is stronger. I will convince them to go to war against you. Why so much trickery? Because if what I was doing was known, I would die. Perhaps a quick knife from the Galnas. Perhaps rotting away in a cellar in Haven. I can only reveal myself now that my army is gathered and ready to pour out of the ice gate. Why did you do this? To save the Rokai, to save our deep truth, our ancient ways, which Haven would extinguish. Now the queen is dying. Don't deny it all. Know it is true. Haven will be confused and distracted. Maybe there will even be a power struggle. This is the time to act. We will not be last to rebel. I hope we inspire others. I think we will. I did not always feel this way. When I was a new Raza, I believed that being your vassal was good for us. You were a loyal servant of a loyal land. Actually, stop talking. All rebels sound the same in the end. Then Haven crushes them. No, you were a loyal servant. We were loyal to you. You were not loyal to us. You ignored us, and yet you expect us to mold ourselves to be like you. You never understood us. I don't think even Consort Damal, your Ro father, understood us in the end. I had been Raasas for 5 years before I came to the realization. What was your realization? It took a journey through the coast, Lascara, the towns and forts and ports. I looked at my people, how they dressed, how they acted, how they lived. One after another, then I saw. What did you see? They were not Ro anymore. They were soft, round, wealthy, weak. They were Heavenites. They couldn't hunt, they couldn't fight. They could only gain wealth and hunt only luxury. I saw that my people are changing, and time is running out. Why is it so bad to be a Heavenite? She points at her chest. In here? This is where the deep truth is. The truth of the Ro is that we are different. We live in a wild land, and we are wild people. We can never be conquered forever. We will always choose, in the end, how we live. I realized that Haven was capable of putting out this spark forever. What bullshit. Okay, time was running out. Every year we get softer, weaker, unable to fight. Every year we, my soft people, are less able to resist you. If we don't fight now, we will lose the ability to resist you forever. The war will kill those people. Many of them, yes, those who can't regain their courage will die. A few of them will show themselves to be true Ro, so that they can live in poorness and hunt some deer again and starve by bad winters and whatnot. That's a great plan. What you were seeing was prosperity. Yes, prosperity given by you, controlled by you. Prosperity that leaves us weak and unable to defend ourselves and or our ideals. I am Raasas. I lead them. I say no, enough. Thus, we go to the circle. What do you think will happen here? I came here with the finest warriors who would join me. You are royalty, the finest that Haven has to offer. We will show the Rukai that we are strong. You plan to fight? Of course, it is necessary. For this matter, it doesn't matter if I win. I am old, after all. It only matters that our rebellion is important enough for me to die. You will die for this. If you rebel, Haven will scorch the Rukai. I ask you to stop this. The war that comes will be devastating. Why would that scare a true Ro? When freedom can be won, you claim Ro blood, but you don't sound like us at all. Don't you see? The destruction will relight the fiery spirit of the Rukai. Children will grow up longing to avenge their parents. He laughs. In a very real way. I have already won. If this war fails, it is so that the next one will succeed. If you would stop me, we will meet in the circle. I'm not afraid of you, rebel. You're a result. I choose how to confront you. I'm not afraid of you, rebel. Why would you fear me? I'm just an old woman with a dog. I have said enough. If we speak again, it will be in the circle. I must prepare. Alright. So we are going to kill her, or maybe imprison her, and maybe have a, like, somehow that she serves as an example. Profferer. You meet Profferer, the elder druid of the Kordanor's woods. She gives you a quiet nod of greeting. Though she's trying to not seem to know you, she just gives you a brief glance of gratitude. She's still grateful to you for restoring Torment. Alright. Rabila. Rabila of the Kordanor's woods is sitting on this old tarnished throne. He looks very young and out of place here. Still, he is a leader and a true Ro. His eyes are cold and confident. Hello, Prince of Haven. I'm Raasas Rabila of the Kordanor's woods. I have come to Pruva Krug for this meeting. I didn't think you would come. I hoped you wouldn't. Greetings. Aren't you the acting Raasas? Not anymore. I was elevated to full Raasas before you arrived. An unusually short debate, only 4 duels were fought. Now I speak for the Kordanors. I will make the choices that need making. What choice is that? I will decide whether to take part in the challenge of Haven. I will decide what the Kranas Woods will do about the rebel army. So you are sending some of your warriors for me to kill? The Kranas obeys you. Stop them from rebelling. They are not difficult choices. You are Son Vassal. The Kranas obeys you. Stop them from rebelling. Now, for a moment, he looks young and nervous again. It is not so simple. Raza Kham ruled before me. He was assassinated because he was too loyal to Haven. The High Letha allowed it. The Gelnas did it. I must hear that message when I make my decision. What determines your decision? I sent you to calm and restore our groves, to repair the damage Haven helped to cause. You know how important our forest is to us. Whatever else you did, you saved Terra Man. Thanks to you, in time, the druids can restore our groves. We are grateful. Then there's your governor. What about the governor? Governor Yvette was corrupt. She charged us for justice. She let those with gold lock our forests and dig new mines, angering the groves. She was a clear sign of the queen's neglect. Now she's gone and we have hope again. Her replacement, Evelyn, seems far more respectful to our ways. We are very grateful. Before you came, we have also debated your actions, the way you dispense justice. What about my actions you have debated? You have shown yourself to be reliably hesitant and too weak when dispensing justice. The Rose see you as soft. We do not fear you. Since we came to Pruva Krug, we have been debating. Many accusations of weakness are groveling to Haven. Many duels. At last, we are close to the decisions. I command you to control your warriors and leave this foolishness behind. You're all traitors. A swift punishment awaits you. Haven has done wrong to the Rukai. I will try to atone for it. Haven has a queen. All of this is out of my control. Haven has done wrong to Rukai. I will try to atone for it. The nearby warriors nod approvingly. Yet Raza Rabila is unmoved. The time when such offers might help is gone. Thank you for your visit, Prince. I will see you in the circle. What does that mean now? It's the same. Everything left to be decided must be decided in the circle. Okay. Lavita. Raza Lavita is sitting on this old throne waiting for you. He is doing his best to maintain his composure and yet you can see that he is vibrating with excitement. Great events are happening and he is in the middle of them. You note that he's already wearing the insignia of a Governor of Haven. Seems a bit early for that. Odd. We meet again, Prince of Haven. I hope your journey was not too difficult. You're in time. History is happening here. Now I hope we choose what is just for the Rukai. Though the Raza tries to act calm and casual, his warriors lurk nearby, listening attentively, ready to draw their weapons at the slightest sign of treachery. So he was actually, when I finished this game early, then he changed his mind and then he acted against us. But I guess in that case, it's kind of natural to flip the sides. I mean, if the whole land is going to war, you don't want to be the one which is just overrun. So, on the other hand, he might just... And I'm not sure if he died there. But, I mean, it's kind of understandable, maybe. I have come to right our wrongs. I've come to answer for Haven. I've come to end this farce. I have come to kill traitors. Come to right our wrongs. Lavita nods in approval. I believe that is what you want. You did some good for the Lodaga while you were there. We saw this and we appreciated it. What has happened in the Lodaga? Your victory over the raiders has not been wasted. I have sent my warriors out to hunt their remnants. The farmers and merchants of the Lodaga can sleep safely again at last. Unfortunately, most of these raiders were not killed. They simply fled up here to join the rebels. Are you preparing to become governor? I have already begun my preparations. My warriors are entering our forts. We have begun to take control of taxation and resources. The Lodaga have been neglected for too long. I am taking decisive action. This is strange. Lavita should not be taking control until he has been fully sworn in as governor. He is being very aggressive, and you aren't surprised that Arto doesn't have the will to stop him. But you are not governor yet. Oh no, of course not. I still plan to wait for our mighty queen's judgment and swear the oath. However, war approaches. Is it not better to be prepared? Don't worry. My people saw how much trust you placed in me, and they respect Haven more for it. What have you been doing in Pruva Krug? Listening, debating, or doing what is best for the future of the Rukai. Don't worry, Prince. I know that war with you will bring great destruction. Raza Ella isn't concerned about that, but I am. Yeah, I mean, if you make the right impression and he knows that we will just destroy everything, I also don't think that he will flip. We have talked a lot about you, what you have said, what you have done. We have learned much about how you feel about the Rukai. Yet, there is one thing my clans wonder, which is... Lodaga is our own traditions, our own ways of surviving in our harsh lands. The position of our women comes from this, yet some outsiders don't approve. Times are changing, but we don't want to. As you return to Haven, do you have any plans to interfere? I don't even know what you're talking about. The Rokai has its own culture and Haven will continue to respect it. Your views about women are harmful and we will help improve them. Yeah. Raza Lavita nods. I understand. I will pass this news to the clan lords. It will help them to develop their views on Haven and the rebellion. I think in short time here we have learned a lot about you. So yeah, that might lead to them being angry, but okay, I can live with that. What have you learned about me? You have constantly shown respect to the Rukai and our ways. We have noted this, and it will affect our judgments. All of this has been determined in our debates. The debates have paused since you have come. Now we are waiting. Waiting for what? For you to enter the stone circle. Then we will follow and the gates will close. Then I must make my decision. Soon Raasas will turn to me and ask if I join the challenge against Haven. Some of my warriors long to test your strength. I will decide whether to allow them. It is a difficult decision. It is a difficult decision. It is time of war. I must think about the needs of my people. I must also think about my own life. Raza Kam, remember, was killed for being too close to Haven. I will decide what is best for a just, safe future of my people. I mean, I can just kill all the Gelnas. That would be a solution. I have the blood of Rokaimi. My father was born from the Lodaga. We know that you have our blood. The question is, do you have our spirits? If you survive the challenge, all will see that you are one of us. My mother will crush any rebellion. I want to help the Rukai. You prove this by making me governor. We will not forget. I will see you in the circle then. Lavita nods. He is no longer shaking. He is rapidly coming to accept his fate. Yes, Prince, everything has spun out of control. We can only hope that some justice comes out of this madness. And I think that's it now. So this is open now. Before we go there, we will just rest, just for the last bit of mana. No dream or anything. Alright, okay, so that's it for today then. And then in the next episode we will face this last judgment thing, have the battle against the wolf, and then we see how everything will come to an end, I guess. So it might be that the next episode will be like 2 hours or so, but I think that's fine. But that's it for today. So make sure to subscribe to the channel to not miss the final episode, bringing this game to an hopefully good ending. And I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.